Ryan Little.
All right, you guys, this is Raw Detroit, and you know what we do. We talk college prospects, those that'll be entering into the 2022 NFL draft class. And today I brought Romeo Doubs with me on today, one of the most productive wide receivers coming into the draft class this season. Played 4 years of college football, stands at about 6'2", 200 pounds. And his body of work that he's put together has been definitely very, very productive out of most of these wide receivers that'll be coming into the NFL this season. Romeo Doubs definitely is a stud for being able to put this body to work together. So let's get right into it. All right, guys, in his freshman season, he had 43 receptions for 562 yards and 2 touchdowns. Average per catch was 13.1. And then in his sophomore season in 2019, he had 44 receptions for 649 yards with 4 touchdowns. Average per catch was 14.8. And then in 2020, his junior season, he had 58 receptions for 1,002 yards, 9 touchdowns. Average per catch was 17.3. And then in 2021, he had 80 receptions for 1,109 yards and 11 touchdowns. And average per catch was 13.9, which is his greatest body of work putting together that last season. He saved the best for last, and that's okay. You know, when we looking into this draft, guys, we're looking for guys. I don't care if we got to look for these guys under a garbage can, at your local Walmart. I don't care where you got to find the talent. You need to be able to find talent in this draft. It is a lot of receivers coming into this draft class, and I definitely think that Detroit will do their homework. They'll be able to chance to get to see Romeo Doubs up close and personal. He is not being coached by the Lions. He's on the Jet side, but they're going to still look at everybody. Doesn't matter if they are on the Jet side. Everybody is there going to have eyes on them. And definitely I want to see what this dude can do, man, because the body of work that he put together in college was phenomenal. He had a quarterback that's pretty decent as well and will be in the draft as well, Carson Strong. I know a lot of you guys know him, so you'll be able to see his strong arm as well in this. Carson Strong does have a great arm. And the only thing about him is his mobility. He can move in the pocket, but I'm just fearful of Carson Strong when it comes to his knee, having surgery on that right knee. 3 surgeries, I believe, to be exact, he had on that right knee. So that's the only thing that really concerns me about him. But he has a cannon of an arm, and his target was Romeo Doubs. And this dude put together some phenomenal things in college, and I love it, man. Romeo is a very good athlete with perfect size to be a wide receiver. He has a great burst off the line of scrimmage. He was a dominating outside receiver, can play all the receiver positions, whether you want him in the slot, whether you want him to catch a screen pass, or go into the middle, catch the intermediate routes, whatever you want him to do, he can do that. Now, he was limited when it came to the route tree. He didn't run a lot of the route tree or whatever, but I'm not saying that this kid can't be coached up to do that. I definitely think that he is phenomenal when it comes to being able to catch contested balls, catching those balls at the high point. That's definitely something that he's very good in. And one thing I saw with him is that he will jump up and leap to catch those 50-50 balls as well. And that's something that you like. Detroit needs a #1 wide receiver. And this dude could be that guy that could be a #1 wide receiver. You know, definitely you don't want to pass on none of these guys. You want to make sure you do your homework, because you may not be able to get a Burks, and you may not be able to get a Drake London. You may not be able to get a Chris Olave or Garrett Wilson or Jameson Williams from Alabama or David Bell. You may not get those guys. So you have to do your homework, because there's so many receivers coming into the draft where you just know you want a guy that's going to stand out and a guy that's going to put himself out there to know that, look, I'm here. You know, I know you guys have been talking about all these other wide receivers, but I am a guy that's going to show my worth and show that I'm able to make big plays out on the field, because ultimately that's what you're looking for in Detroit. You're looking for guys that is able to get separation, guys that can make big plays, and you don't want Amon-Ra St. Brown and TJ Hawkinson to be the only thing that you have. Like I told you guys before, you know, when you look at the Cincinnati Bengals, go check the track record on those receivers in Cincinnati. It's not just one guy being productive in Jamar Chase. It's not that. It's T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, and Tyler Boyd. Tyler Boyd had 800 yards receiving. T. Higgins had 1,000 yards receiving. And then Jamar Chase was the icing on the cake, fellas. He had 1,400 yards receiving with 13 touchdowns. So you got to be able to find Detroit, if you're listening, you got to find talent in the draft. And there's so much talent in this draft. There is so many wide receivers coming into the draft, but you just got to make sure that you pick the guy that's going to be able to stand out like a thumb on a hand and be that guy that helps Amon-Ra St. Brown and helps TJ Hockenson take the offense to the next level. You know, if Jared Goff is the quarterback, he has to be able to sling that football down the field as well. You know, it's good to see the dinking and dunking and stuff like that, but at the same time, you also want to see the big play every now and then. Can my guy go and get it and make a big play? Catch a 70-yard pass or 80-yard pass and take it to the house. You don't see that in Detroit too often. Most of these other teams in the NFL, you see their receivers making big plays, man. 70-yard touchdown passes, 80-yard touchdown passes. We need that, man. And if you can find that in a Romeo type player, then you do that, man. You grab a guy like him. He has, you know what I'm saying? He has good arm length. He has excellent body control, very twitchy. He's great in the red zone, something that the Detroit Lions struggle in. He's great in the red zone. He always is leaping up to catch the ball if he has to, and he makes the big plays. And that's why Carson Strong went to him majority of the time, because he was reliable. Yeah, he dropped a few balls here and there. Who's not going to drop some balls? But his play and his ability to be able to stretch the field is something that you want to see. Look at that right there. That's what you want to see on Sundays. So I would definitely draft this kid. If I'm the Detroit Lions and this kid is available and I need a receiver and most of the guys are gone that I would probably wanted to end up taking, I would take a Romeo. You know, he's good at catching the deep ball, locating the ball, tracking it, bringing it in, and making the big catch. Very scary in the open field, and he's great at yak yards as well. And I know we had that with Golden Tate, and now we kind of have it now with Amon-Ra St. Brown. So, yeah, man, I want to see that big play receiver in Detroit, man. I want to see a guy that can stretch the field like a Jamar Chase, that can stretch the field like a Justin Jefferson. We got dominant wide receivers in the North, and we don't have them on the Lions besides Amon-Ra St. Brown. Now, I don't know what Cephas was going to do if he was still playing and not injured. He probably would have put up something decent too. But we have to go and find the talent, fellas. That's what it's all about this season. Go and find the talent. I don't care if you have to look up under a garbage can. I don't care if you have to go to Walmart, like I said before. I don't care if you have to go to wherever. You know what I'm saying? Just go and find these guys. Go and find the talent. Go and find the talent, Detroit, because it's there. I think that this kid would be nice in Detroit, and I think he would fit well there. And I think that he gives you that presence and that big body that you need as a receiver. No, he's not the biggest receiver in the draft. He's standing at about 6'2", 6'3", but we don't really know until, the measurements come out. Then you really know how tall this cat really is. Sometimes they come out and say the guy is 6'3" or 6'2", and he end up being 6'1" or 6 foot. So you just never know. But I definitely think this is our season to be able to get the weapons that Jared Goff needs so that he can be evaluated to know whether or not you want to give him an extension or you want to take a quarterback, whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? But it's time to making a great evaluation of these prospects that are coming to the draft. And I think Romeo Doubs is somebody that you got to put on the big board. When I got my receivers on the board, I probably got 30 to 50 receivers on the board until I find a guy that I feel that is going to be the dude in Detroit. Then, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to keep searching and I'm going to keep looking. Even if that means I have to double up and get 2 receivers in the draft, I'm going to do what it takes to get this offense going, because the offense kind of regressed in the beginning of the season, and then towards the end, it started playing a little bit better. But still, though, you're going to need playmakers. You can't just do it with 2 guys. It's going to take a team effort. And if they can get open like that, hey, man, skies is the limit, man. But definitely, guys, I enjoyed talking about Romeo Doubs. I definitely think that this kid is talented. And Detroit Lions need to make him a point of interest in the draft because the dude can do it all. Doesn't matter what receiver position. He can catch from out the slot. He can go on the outside, inside, whatever you want him to do. He can do it. I love this kid's big play ability, and that's what we need in Detroit. All right, guys, so keeping it raw. I'll be back to you soon with another prospect video. Until next time, I'm out of here. Peace.